Hi guys, Alastair Taylor here, and today we're going to test the TaylorMade M1 430 driver. So I tested the 460 version yesterday, so check that out, that was pretty impressive. Now, what I'm interested with 430 is I've still got it set 9.5 stiff. Spin wise, I've got it set up exactly like the 460, and I've got the same shaft in here, the Cage Silver Stiff Flex. So the promise with this is potentially a bit more club head speed and lower spin. So I think everybody's kind of looking for more and more distance. I'm going to hit 6 real balls on flight scope. So wind's slightly different than it was yesterday, so we might see slightly different distances, but we'll see how this works. So I think for some guys, they still think 460 looks too big, and even though M1 doesn't look as big as R15, just with it not being white everywhere, I think the 430 looks considerably smaller. I think for most guys, the only concern with that is it less forgiving? But let's hit 6 shots, give you guys some feedback. So it still looks good behind the ball. I think out of the two, I probably prefer the 460 the way it looks. Pretty solid one to start. Little draw. Wind's kind of a little bit into and off the right today. Again, I like the feel of this shaft as I did in the 460. It's a good solid one again. Getting some pretty decent numbers there. Okay, shot number 3. Little bit towards the toe. Kind of a bit higher and kind of looking like there's not a lot of spin on that, but be interesting to see how that performs. Because like I said, I think that would probably for most guys be the concern, is do we lose performance with the slight miss hit? More with this one than we would with 460. And a little bit towards the heel. I mean, not massively looking at those. But like I said, the key there will be let's see how they perform on the ones that I've not quite got hold of. Okay, number 5. That one's good. And one final one. Again, good. Little draw. I mean, for me, it's hard to tell completely because obviously one was yesterday, one was today. Probably preferred the feel of the 460, but let's look at some numbers on flight scope and see how the M1 430 performs. Okay guys, so we can see there kind of average carry of 244, rolling out 268. Swung it at just under 105, so I think, if I remember rightly, probably just swung it a couple of miles an hour slower. Launched it good, probably about the same as I launched the 460, and probably just spun it a little bit more. I mean, for me, still on the ones I struck well, I think the performance was still good, just didn't see loads of roll on those. I did get some very, very low spinning ones with the 460 head. The 2 key ones there for me were number 3, I hit a little bit out the toe. Still got out there, that was good, 240, 272. Launched higher and spun low, which we'd expect with a toe strike. Number 4 was a very interesting one for me. I hit it more towards the heel. So decent carry still, because it felt a lot worse out of the heel than it did out of the toe. Ball speed was still okay, but spun very, very low for a heely one. So for me, you know, even on the off-center ones, they still performed pretty decently. Okay guys, so TaylorMade M1 430. You know, we've looked at some numbers on flight scope. surprisingly forgiving. I think certainly for me though, I would be tempted to go for the bigger, the 460. I liked 430. Still think for me, 430 amazingly, considering what I grew up with. 430 just looks too small now for driver. So I think for me, the 460 looked better and probably performed a little bit better, but it is personal choice. You know, if you're looking at M1 and you've got the opportunity to try both heads, try both. Because for some of you guys, you will probably love 430 as over 460. But you've got to hit them, got to see for yourself. Try the different shafts. You know, there's 3 stock shafts in this, and then there'll obviously be upgrade shafts available, and get it really, really dialed in for you. I mean, I've set this just exactly the same as I had the 460. Yes, I'll appreciate that if I get fitted, the settings in both heads might be slightly different, but I wanted to try and make it as fair a test with this one as I did with the 460. So guys, thank you again for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Leave me any comments, like it and share it. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Lots more stuff coming and some exciting things coming towards the end of the year and into next year. Do appreciate you watching it. Hopefully see some of you guys down here at Heron's Reach in the future. So I've been Alastair Taylor, testing the TaylorMade M1 430 driver. Stay in contact.